Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stardate 20x7. This time we're doing MAP05, hardest one so far, and also my favorite so far. In this first section, you just want to punch everything to death. Quite simple, but not consistent much of the time. When you walk into that cyber's line of sight, this Baron gets released, and he can be quite the problem. But what's even more of a problem is this guy. This is the most annoying archvile to punch that there is. At least that I know of. So annoying, in fact, that I just decide to tank the hit. That is definitely something. When you hit that wall, it lowers this stuff and allows you to get through, and that switch allows you to get into here, where you immediately want to pinch the chain gunner, gets the armor, and then punch out these bastards. Some great play by me, getting hit in the face with a missile, and now being brought down to 2%. Most of your deaths in this map will be in the first 3 to 5 minutes. That is both a good thing and a bad thing. What's good about it is that you're spending less time, well, you're losing less time every time you die. What's bad about it is that you're dying more. Although it's better than the inconsistent stuff being at the end, which is kind of ironic, considering the end fight of this map. You'll see when we get to it. I like trapping this archvile. Also, when you're in this area, you walk across a line depth to leave it or enter it, and it will lower that blue armor. Of course, everything's grayish because I made it that way, but it is supposed to be blue in the original thing. That unless it gets changed to purple, I don't remember the palettes. It's been a while. You want to kill the archvile in this fight first, as well as the revenants, and then you can go behind the cacodemons and wait for the cyber to infight with all of these guys. Once everything is dead, then you can leave. Pretty simple, really. Here's a sped up version of me chopping down a cyber with a super shotgun. This guy right here cannot move, so it's not difficult to kill him. Right here, when you walk across this line depth, there's a trap. It's not a very lethal trap. I only died here once. But it is most definitely a trap. I always save a few rockets for that, so that I can kill the pain elementals, or at least heavily damage them very quickly. These revenants are placed in such a way that it is difficult to kill any one of them without being in the crossfire of another. It's kind of interesting. Now with the yellow key in hand, I can open the yellow door. Remember this place because we'll be coming back here later. Missing switches right there. Some 4 revenants. I mean, you could use the plasma, but I have better uses for the plasma later. Unfortunately, this decision does cost me a few deaths in previous runs. Did I mention that this is attempt 61, by the way? You will have noticed from the death montage in the beginning that I did die quite a few times on this map. Just something to note. In this fight, it's best to kill some of the cacodemons. And then you can kill everything else with the cyber except for the pain elementals. Focus those as much as you can, or else they will... well, they're not gonna do anything good. They're pain elementals. They're called pain elementals for a reason. I want to save some chain gun shots for the imps on the ledge, which I'm just about to target. Well, after this guy. Saving some of these is better than spending plasma on them. And this hidden vial is not all that hidden. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. These vials, on the other hand, can be a problem, just rarely. Run as quickly as you can into here. If they're targeting you, go to the side, and if necessary, kill this revenant or severely damage it. If you can immediately go forward, then, like, if there's a vial not trying to zap you, then you can just do the second part of that first. And just kill the threat enemies, that being the pain elemental and chain gunners. And now comes a bit of a tedious process. After that, it's on to the next bottleneck fight. The first one being the rocket launcher fight. This is the next one. The dark area. I'm going to try and pre-fire rockets using the teleportation, but I'm going to fail. I found the start of this encounter wholly inconsistent. As in, depending on what the pain elementals do and how quickly the Hell Knights move up, you will die. And I don't know if there's a way around that. This fight is different if you're playing with the BFG at this point. If you get the BFG first, then it's much harder, so I chose not to do that. There is a cyber, a bunch of cacodemons, a bunch of other stuff, and I think 3 archviles when you try to leave. So yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. Here's a secret area, but it's also a super easy area. because you can just hit these switches and leave, but you do have to wait 30 seconds. Always punch before leaving so that you can get all of the enemies out and in one position for later. Makes it much easier to clean them up. Here's a fight where you need the cyber to shoot. Once he's infighting with these guys, it gives you an opening to blast the vials. And then you can just two-shot him a little bit, and he's dead. If you do it fast enough, then you have to wait for the stairs to raise up. Now you may have noticed something. There is still one secret left. And that's not because it's like in the end fight or whatever, which is really the only fight left after you clean up this area. It's because I forgot something. And we'll be getting to that in just a minute. In here, I just like to use all of the cells because in the final fight, you are given full cells, so why bother even trying to conserve them here? And this is when I noticed that I have 3 out of 4 secrets. The last secret I need to get back up top for, and that can be achieved by going through here. It is up here. A completely useless auto map, but it is a secret, so it must be collected. Now here's the end fight. I got here on 7 separate occasions, and on only one of them, that being this one, I survived. I could not find a consistent strategy for this fight. Although, this run of it is probably the best I've ever had this fight go, even in practice. And I've played this fight like 100 times or something, I don't know. I've played it a lot of times, and this is the best it's ever gone. It all depends on this first wave. If everything cooperates and you can kill it all, or at least most of it, before the second wave comes in, there are the vials. And also if you don't spend too many shells, like 440 and 138 health, that's the best I've ever had it after the first wave. When the floor turns red, there's vials. Might have wanted to mention that before, but it's on a 5-second timer from the floor, so you can count up to them and kill them immediately. And you heard that lowering sound? That's the trigger for the next waves, which is on 6 instead of 5. 6 vials instead of 4 come in. And now they're all dead. So yeah, that's the map. Done in 61 attempts, sub 15. This is actually probably my favorite map in Stardate. I really like all the fights. It's just that I wish I could find a consistent way to do the end fights. Although that's probably on me for not being good enough yet. Because I know someone who is much more consistent with this fight than I am. Anyways, when I was doing this, including the successful attempt, I wasn't alone actually. I had some people watching me in Brendondle's Discord, so thank you to all those people. You know who you are if you're watching this video. So yeah. shout out to them. I guess I can link Brendondle in the description, may as well. So that's it for map 5 of Stardate. I do have a treat for you next week. I've made a decision. And that decision is going to make this map look like nothing. I'll see you in next week's surprise. Goodbye, and have a good day. Look forward to it.